Today we're talking about line. Line is a mark using a drawing tool. It's one of our most basic drawing tools that we have available to us. And there are several types of lines. There are thick lines, thin lines, horizontal lines, vertical lines, diagonal lines, zigzag, curly, curved, and spiral. Lines can be contour lines. They can be the outside edge of your subject that you're drawing. They can also be very expressive, and they can be expressive by changing the thickness or pressure that you're using to make your line. It can also give the illusion of form or depth, and so it's all dependent on the thickness and the pressure that you're putting in. So for instance, if you're drawing an apple, a depiction of this apple with no line quality or very little line quality would just be a simple contour, same pressure being used throughout. But to draw this apple with line quality, you would add pressure to certain areas and thickness to emphasize form. It can also show weight. An object will look further away if it's thinner, and closer, it will look closer at the thickest part of the line. So as I fill this in, this part will be closer to the eye, and this will be further from the eye. So varying your line quality will help add interest and guide the viewer's eye. The eye is naturally drawn to the thickest part of the line. So if you have something fairly simple like a brick surface, all of the line weight is the same. So it's kind of boring to the eye. But if you were to emphasize certain parts of where they intersect by making some areas darker than others, then it can add visual interest. So just in the intersections. And that could be feathered back a little bit. But you can see how it's visually more interesting to have a variation in the line as opposed to have it all be exactly the same. So when you're drawing, you can also emphasize form that way. By making certain parts heavier. And certain parts lighter. Then there's some weight and movement implied by the thickness of the lines. So that's line weight and varying line quality and how it can impact and emphasize your drawings.